Now we're lucky because, you know, we could then do Argoth and we don't need months, and we could start doing trash because he's just a healer. But if it was another tank, I guarantee you if it was a tank that you didn't like, you would have had them replaced.
Ooh.
Who I like and who I don't like is not that big an issue. As I'm trying to do a raid. If we can go forward, if we don't have to wait for someone, we're not going to. We didn't wait for Krumgar when he showed up late.
Right. That's why I'm saying why we shouldn't keep doing that. That was my stance on it. We shouldn't have to do that. Let's find somebody who can come in earlier for those times, and then they can. And if they want to switch off, if they want to gear up their off spec and do that, more power. Then Alex can come in, they can go start DPS, and she can start tanking. More power. But what we shouldn't be doing, and in my opinion at the time when I was saying it, is that we shouldn't be waiting there. It's a waste of fucking time. I don't know anybody that would say that it wasn't a waste of time to wait for an hour after raid. We didn't have 3
Who
hours
did we have
sometimes.
able to tank? It was, we normally had like, it was like Holix, and we'd have either Krims or Jafang tank, and Jafang was always etchy on raid days.
My point is that we weren't looking for anybody. That was supposedly her schedule for the rest of ICC. Which, you know, I'm pretty sure it happened for the entire time. I don't know when she got her schedule changed, which now it doesn't seem to be a problem.
Ooh, Holly's
So
gonna
it's
come
not
tomorrow.
it's a
She's gonna be
non-issue.
mad.
But
Go
at the
to
time,
and
I
tell
don't think
her,
we should have just
huh,
been okay. That's fine, and that being okay was my point.
Imagine the Holly's just fucking come out of nowhere, dude. What did you say, Minty?
And I think I dislike Afro
Are you frapping this?
as a person. If Afro was a good player and she did her job, you wouldn't hear me complain about her. I would never complain about it if she did her job and I felt like she wasn't trying to take advantage of systems.
I ain't
Same thing with fucking Hart in the beginning. Hart used to cry to me all the time, Hart, about not getting in the raids and this, that, and another. I used to complain about it. Still liked you. Still thought you were a cool guy. But I don't like that kind of behavior. No homo. I didn't like that behavior. I didn't like it from anybody. So you can try to paint me as a fucking bad guy all you want, saying that I only care about people who are my friends, but the fact is I like people who decide that this guild is important to them, and that they want to put in the effort and don't want to be carried. But by means, try to skew it to making it look like I'm the bad guy, and I only care about people that I like.
You've argued about Drase. You came in all butthurt about Drase telling you something about warriors, and
I do anybody that tries to tell me about warriors, I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes when they're told how to play the class, especially when the person's wrong. I told you that when Jafung did it. I don't tell you that when Laurentiel likes it. Laurentiel, I happen to hate because I found out later that she was doing it behind my back. That I don't like. That's something that. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't like when people start telling me how to play my class when they're wrong and that they think that they're right, and I try to explain it to them and they don't listen to me. For some reason, maybe that I don't like that. If all of a sudden somebody tried to tell you how to play a resto druid and they were wrong and they kept trying to tell you the otherwise, nobody will do it because you're the GM, maybe you would have a problem. Maybe somebody was so fucking dead wrong on an issue and they were so full of themselves and they thought they knew. Maybe that would annoy you a little bit. But nobody will say the shit that they say to you that they say to me. You don't see certain things because you're the guild officer. They don't say certain things to you. They don't complain to you the certain way. But they do it to me. And so that, I see that, and that's what gets me. I used to have the utmost respect for Drase until he came crying to me every fucking night about different shit. About loot and this and that. Yeah, that pissed me off. So, because he doesn't do it to you, you don't see that same shit. But because nobody would, in their right mind, would try to tell you how to play your class. Nobody in their right mind would try to tell you how to do certain things that they try to tell me. That you don't see it, and so for some reason, it's just my friends.
Drase made a big ass post on the forums about loot, so I do see it.
He does it to me. He whispers it to me every fucking night, just about. He whispered to me all that stuff, not in that detail.
Well, then either talk to Tribalscar and just tell him to shut up. I mean, don't let these people get you pissed off. Don't let these people get you worked up and pissed off and upset. I mean, you're here to play a video game and have fun too.
They don't get me worked up and upset. What they do is they give me a lesser value of them as a player, and that's why I have a problem with them. They don't give me. I don't care if Drase keeps crying to me about the gear. I don't think that him telling somebody else that it's their off spec, that it's his, that he doesn't want to do Destro because it's too complicated for him, and that he only played demo. I don't care about that much. But I don't think of him. Should I think highly of him because he doesn't want to take the initiative and play a better spec, or because he wants to keep complaining to me? Should I all of a sudden have more respect for something like that, or should I not then point out their flaws when I think that it's one of the reasons that it's getting attributed to? Or should I just let it go and then say, you know what, I'm okay with this? Should I, if I'm putting in 100% effort, I expect everybody else to. Not all the time, sometimes people have off days, but I expect everybody else to put in the same effort because that's what I expect the guild to be. And if that's not okay, if it's okay for some people to put in 50% and other people to put in their 100%, then that's a real deal. Then you let me know if that's okay with you, Travel. That some people are allowed to put in 50% and complain and complain and complain, and that it's okay for other people to put in 100% all the time. If I thought
just told me someone's complaining. I mean, if Drase is really bugging, if he's complaining all this time,
I'll give you every single fucking whisper.
I know Keith is complaining. You told me Keith is complaining to you.
Yeah, and I hated that kid for that. Because
And
I told you every single time he cried. I told you every single time he cried. I liked Keith as outside of as a player, even though I thought he cried all the time. But I told you every single time he cried to me. I told you how he probably wanted it for the gear, and how he shouldn't be in the guild if he's gonna fucking leave every couple of months or whatever the deal was. The first time it was his mother. Everybody gets the get-go. His mother's sick. That makes more than enough sense. When I found out about that, I gave him pass for that. But I said you should kick him because he's not showing up when he's supposed to be showing up. Don't try to say that I thought he was my friend because of that. I didn't give him any fucking leeway, and I liked him because I knew he wasn't putting the same effort that other people were. So you can try to keep fucking painting it like I only like people that are my friends, but I like people who put in fucking 100% effort. When I see people not do that, then I stop liking them. And then I'll start telling you what they're not doing. When I see one time maybe Focus looks like he doesn't give 100%, I'm not going to tell you. You know why? Not because he's my friend, but because I see that he puts in 100% every other fucking time. And if that's okay that people can do 50%, if you can honestly sit there and tell me that some people can do 50 fucking percent and other
can
people
you honestly tell me who's put in 50%?
The people that have been in this guild since fucking Afro. That's one person. I can tell you, Drake. I can tell you people who decide only to show up when they only show up for monsters that they want to. If you want me to give a fucking list, I'll give it to you.